The Nintendo eShop summer sale is coming to an end here shortly, so let's take one final look at 20 games covering the US, Canada, UK, EU and Australia. And with 3,000 games on sale right now, there's been a lot to dig through, so do check out my other 4 summer sale videos. All of those deals are still live, and those are in the pinned comment below. My name's Alex, so this is SwitchCorner. If you do enjoy the video, consider subscribing, it helps the channel a huge amount, and do me a favour, maybe like the video at the same time. I also have our weekly giveaway, 2 $10 eShop gift cards. To enter, drop a comment down below and the winners will be announced next week. Then I'm actually away this week, so do look to the pinned comment for the 2 winners from last week. Tunic is an isometric action game that takes you on a journey as a small fox in a vast ancient world filled with legends, powers and monsters. Now as you navigate through forests, ruins, catacombs, you'll be battling enemies, collecting items and uncovering secrets. The game revolves around the story of a hidden treasure, and your adventure will involve reconstructing a lost instruction manual. This reveals the map, techniques and more details. The gameplay involves tactical combat requiring dodging, blocking and parrying. Something here kind of like old school Zelda, but quite a bit more challenging. The visuals have seen a downgrade on the Switch and the performance definitely struggles at points, but I still had a great time and it's a new low price, 30% off. Jack Move is a cyberpunk JRPG that offers a streamlined and entertaining experience. Now as a young hacker, we are fighting against corruption, accompanied by a cast of likeable characters. Its focused approach sets Jack Move apart, with battles centered around our singular lead, and then we do modify her abilities using these different upgraded chips. This results in a fast-paced experience, and with a runtime of right around, I'd say 6 to 8 hours, it's definitely a refreshing departure from overly complex JRPGs. The world and the visual style are then intriguing, combining kind of top-down exploration with these different 3D battles. The only minor drawback is that backgrounds in battles, they can feel repetitive at times. I really like this game though, and I hope we see more set within the universe. It's 40% off then, a new low price. Travis Strikes Again takes place several years after No More Heroes 2, and this one's set in a small town in the American South, where Travis is confronted by bad men seeking revenge for the murder of his daughter. Now during their fight, they're actually drawn into the game world through a legendary console, that is the Death Drive Mark II. It promises to grant one of them a wish if they can complete all 6 of its games. The objective here is to collect the Death Balls, game software needed to resurrect Badman's daughter. Admittedly, on launch it had crash issues and it's nowhere near as good as the core series, but I still honestly had fun with it and it's 50% off, matching the low price. Return to Monkey Island is a great adventure game that brings back the classics with a newer visual style. While some may have been skeptical about this design choice, I actually thought it enhanced the game's characters and world. The modernized controls work flawlessly, making it accessible to both long-time fans and newcomers, and it also cleverly incorporates a flashback option to catch you up on character history. It just ensures everyone can enjoy the story. Speaking of that story, it follows Guy Prush recounting his search for the secret of Monkey Island to his son. I also thought the puzzles were some of the best in the series, which I did not expect, and it's 30% off, a new low price. AI The Somnium Files nirvanA initiative continues the AI adventure with a strong emphasis here on narrative and investigation. As always, it's kind of like borderline visual and novel, just as a warning. While the puzzles in the game can be challenging and occasionally obscure, it is a minor complaint considering the overall experience is fantastic, and it's just that story you should be coming for. It revolves around the discovery of half a corpse that happened 6 years ago. Now the missing half has been found and it's in a fresh state, free from decay. How does this happen? It is now your mission to basically uncover the truth behind what is a perplexing case. Incredible game, it's 60% off and that is a new low price. Vampyr is here with 70% off, a new low price, and this is a unique one. While it may not appeal to everyone due to its slower pace, I thought it was really unique. Here we assume the role of a recently turned vampire who is also a doctor who wants to help people. Balancing your need to basically feed on humans with the responsibility to protect them at the same time creates a really interesting dynamic. The choices here will affect the narrative and your relationship as well with these different characters in the world. It incorporates elements in a stealth gameplay, and I just love the setting. In 1918 London, you don't see that all that often in video games. And yeah, it's also just fun watching the citizens react to your actions in-game. Live Alive is a classic RPG previously exclusive to the Super Famicom in Japan, and it was released in 1990, but now it's been ported to the Switch with the same visual style used in Octopath Traveler. The game introduces 7 distinct heroes, each with unique abilities, and each has their own unique narrative spanning various eras. Players can explore these stories in any order they please, and the timeline ranges from prehistory to the distant future. It also includes a variety of settings such as the Wild West, Imperial China, Edo Japan, and present day. It's a turn-based experience, and if you do fancy it, I would suggest watching a full review first and maybe checking out the free demo on the eShop. 30% off then is a new low price. Shantae and the 7 Sirens takes you on a captivating journey. It's the latest installment in this incredible series. A vibrant 2D Metroidvania adventure though, Shantae finds herself on a tropical island for a festival, only to uncover a hidden underground city ruled by powerful and mysterious sirens. You must now tackle them. Expect here new abilities and transformations for Shantae, along with a collectible card system. I'd recommend all of the Shantae games, honestly, they are some of the best out there, but this one gets 50% off a new low price. Root Film offers a unique visual and novel experience that goes beyond the usual conventions. Step into the role here of a producer tasked with rebooting a TV show after a trilogy halted its original production years ago. Unravel the mystery surrounding the death that occurred and uncover the secrets of the new production. Engage them with intriguing characters, navigate conversations in any order you do prefer, and choose the locations you wish to investigate. It's a new low price of 60% off. Team Sonic Racing is one of my favourite kart racers on the Switch, alongside Mario Kart of course and Crash Team Racing, but this features both single player and multiplayer options. You're going to be choosing here your favourite characters and basically getting to work. What makes this unique is that you work as a team, sharing power-ups and boosts, and there are different car types, character types, and vehicle customization. It's 60% off. I think that is well worth it, and you can even pick it up in a bundle with Monkey Baller too. Steins Gate Elite gets 80% off a new low, and this is a remastered version of a unique visual novel, and it blends in actually elements of the anime show as well. Here though, you follow the journey of a group of friends who stumble upon the ability to manipulate time. You'll be making choices that significantly impact the narrative, leading to multiple possible endings. This adds a layer of replayability, and then as well as Steins Gate, it won't be for everyone honestly, but it is the game that personally converted me into a fan of the genre, and it really just opened the door to other incredible experiences like AI. Sonic Colors then got a hard time on the Switch at launch. There were rumours of performance problems and all sorts, but I reviewed it. I had 0 issues. I've always been a fan of the game personally. It's one of the better 3D spins on the formula in recent years because it focuses on what's important, that is basically short levels and going really fast. Now the evil Dr. Eggman has built a gigantic interstellar amusement park bursting with incredible rides and colourful attractions, but he's powering it with a captured alien race called Wisps. We set out to basically save them. I'd recommend this one. It's 60% off. We've seen that price in the US and Canada before, but it's a new low for those in the UK, EU and Australia. Kingdom 2 Crowns Norselands Edition is an enhanced version of the side-scrolling micro-strategy game where it basically enhances the experience with a new campaign. Now, as an ambitious monarch, you recruit subjects to build and defend your kingdom from creatures and others aiming to seize your crown. This new edition then introduces a Norselands DLC, immersing you into a Viking-themed setting, and you can invoke powers such as, those of the Norse gods. You can command formidable units, you can construct different Viking-inspired weaponry, you can solve puzzles, you can even confront new forms of greed. This is 55% off a new low price, but if you do want just the base game, you'll find that for right around $5 on the eShop on sale right now. OPUS Echo of Starsong is 30% off. That's a new low price, and this narrative-focused adventure game, it offers around 15 hours of gameplay. Now, although the game primarily falls into the visual and novel genre, its exceptional writing kept me locked in throughout. The story follows 2 protagonists, an exile and a witch, as they embark on a journey of self-discovery after a war. This quest was primarily for treasure, but it quickly turned into more. Expect a whole host of choices, a map to explore, and intriguing light-based puzzles that I found particularly enjoyable. The audio-visual presentation with this game as well is absolutely stunning. White Day, a Labyrinth named school, is currently available at a new low price 30% discount, and this one will be for the old school horror fans. And while the game occasionally relies too heavily on jump scares, the eerie atmosphere of an empty school kept me locked in. Now, as a first person game, it emphasizes running and survival rather than direct combat. I do prefer that, and the story revolves around the events of White Day, where we visit the school to leave a card in someone's locker. For those that may not know, White Day is essentially Valentine's Day. What happens though is we now find ourselves trapped in this location and surrounded by various unsettling occurrences, including demons, ghosts, and two particularly sinister janitors. Arcade Spirits, the new challenger, is currently available at a new low price 35% discount, and this visual novel game is a follow-up and, in my opinion, a big step up. It revolves around selecting dialogue options, navigating to various locations from a map, and even includes a mini-game that's essentially an in-world arcade game that we do compete in for our esports team. The story though follows a similar concept to the original game. We're working alongside an AI system to pursue our dreams, this time to join a successful esports team. And for those interested, the game also offers optional romance paths, and I was impressed. I've definitely become a fan of this world over the years. Mortal Shell is a game I only got into recently on the Switch, and full of transparency, I'm still working through it, but this deserves a shout out with 50% off. That is a new low price. It combines all the content updates and DLC into one package. Now this includes then new playable characters, skins, quests, a photo mode, and a roguelike mode as well. For those that may not know, it's a Souls-like game that packs some challenge, and you're working your way through a destroyed world. Perhaps the most unique idea here is you can occupy other individuals' bodies and then master their combat style. It looks a little rough on the Switch honestly, but performance-wise, it's not been too bad so far. Signalis is back, matching the low price with a 20% discount. If you're a fan of classic horror experiences, this game is an absolute gem and a must-buy for your library. It is a survival horror game set in a dystopian future, and we assume the role of a technician as she explores a surreal world in search of her lost partner. Prepare to navigate through challenging puzzles, encounter various enemies, and manage scarce resources to survive. While most of the game is in an isometric style, it also includes moments that switch to a first-person perspective, and these are particularly creepy. My only minor criticism is that the story can sometimes be, I guess, a little bit too convoluted, but overall it is good stuff. Cuphead and the DLC brings together both the base game and of course that DLC at a discounted price and a 20% off, and this it matches the low price. Now if you would prefer just the base game, that is also on sale right now as well. I highly recommend getting the full bundle though, because the content is just exceptional. To sum up the experience, it's an intense, challenging, side-scrolling experience with beautifully designed boss battles, and then there's a few platforming levels as well. This game's pretty much dedicated only to those intense boss battles, and expect a hell of a challenge. The DLC then introduces a whole new island and additional challenging bosses, and that's going to be real good stuff as well. The visuals then are stunning, the soundtrack is one of the very best out there, and yeah, this is a modern classic for a reason, and absolutely everyone should give it a go. Citizen Sleeper is a captivating RPG with a strong focus on narrative, and this one, it is absolutely incredible. We assume the role of an escaped worker who finds themselves on a lawless station. Your objective is to explore the station, forge friendships, and build a path toward a better future while leaving your past behind. The freedom to choose your actions each day is just incredibly satisfying, whether that's working for cash or maybe pursuing other endeavors. I recommend watching a comprehensive review to better understand the game's mechanics, but it is a new low price, 40% off. It comes highly recommended from me, and they even just announced a sequel. And that's the video down. Remember to drop a comment down below for the competition, that giveaway for 2 $10 eShop gift cards, and you'll also find last week's winners in the pinned comments. With that, hit subscribe, join us here for reviews, deals, news and lists daily, and I'll see you all on the next video. Thanks everyone.